If you are a minor under 18, please do not watch this episode. Chainsaw Man is a mature anime full of violence, partial nudity, foul language, and so I recommend it for a mature audience. Oh, Pixie,
Winnie.
I have a question.
Okay.
Who do you think would win in a fight? A bomb, a sword, or a chainsaw?
Are they being wielded by people or are they like sentient on their own?
They're sentient.
Okay, a bomb, a sword, or a chainsaw?
Yes,
A bomb.
I agree. But do you know what all these things have in common?
Uh, their weapon?
Yes, and
Besides.
they can also become someone's head if you watch Chainsaw Man.
Wow, that's right, that's right.
You've never seen Chainsaw Man, right?
Right. I've seen like some clips and scenes here and there, but I've never sat down and actually watched it. So
All right, what do you know about Chainsaw Man?
what I know is the main character, his name is Denji, and he meets this cute little dog chain with like a chainsaw coming out of his face, and he's kind of cute. His name's Pochito, right?
Pochita, yeah.
Oh, Pochita. And something happens that I don't understand or know, and they like fuse or something, and then he gets the power, like the chainsaw powers, so he can transform into like chainsaw face and hands, and he has
Yeah.
pointy teeth, and he's really crude. That's all I
Yeah.
know.
Okay, well, you're pretty much right on the nose with that. All right, well, I'm here to tell you a little bit about Chainsaw Man because I saw the movie.
Nice.
And we'll give out, there's not really any spoilers to give out with the movie, I think, but I'm excited to tell you about it since you've never seen it.
Okay.
Okay, so in this Chainsaw Man world, there are these monsters that are called devils. And these devils can be literally anything. So, in our first episode, we have here the zombie devil. As you can see, he's lovely. And then we have in our second episode, we get the sea cucumber devil.
You.
And then the third episode, we have the bat devil. And
Also you.
in our fourth episode, we run into this monstrosity.
What's that?
Take a guess as to what kind of devil this is, please.
I don't want to guess.
I think you will never
It's
guess
like a
what this
monkey.
thing is.
Is it like a deformed monkey? It has a tail. I don't know. What is it?
No, it is the leech devil.
With legs? Okay. Ew.
Yes, the leech devil. That's what this beauty is right here.
Okay. That's gross. I thought it was like some sort of monkey with a tail or something.
You know, that is very PG of you to think that because that's not what I thought looking at this thing.
Oh no.
That is looking.
Wait, no, now I can't unsee it.
I'm sorry.
Ah,
There's also an angel devil.
okay.
I don't know how that works.
He has a
So
halo.
he does, and wings. Angel
Oh, he.
devil.
Sorry.
How get it right?
I know, I'm sorry.
So now the main devil that the devil hunting committee is after is the devil called the gun devil. You see, devils gain their strength by people being afraid of them, and the gun devil, who of course was born in America, is especially strong. Our main character, Denji, who is insanely broke, he sells his organs and kills demons.
His
Sorry,
organs.
he sells his organs. As you can see, he sold his eye right here.
Hmm.
And he kills demons. I don't know if it's illegal the way he's doing it, but he does it to pay for things like his watering bill. This is where he lives. I don't know where this watering bill is like, where's the water?
Oh,
I
do
don't know
they
where
live
the
in like a
plumbing would come.
dystopian world or something?
No, it's a normal Japan world.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, I feel like I'm one bad day away from selling my eye to pay some bills.
You ended up reminding me of Denji, and I'll get to why
Oh no.
later.
Okay.
Minus the crudeness and everything, but so Denji works alongside his bestest boy, Pochita, a
Oh, he's
chainsaw
so
dog devil.
cute.
He saved Pochita a little after he lost his dad by letting Pochita drink his blood, because that's how they get their strength.
I thought he met him as like an adult. I thought he like met him in the first episode as an adult. So that's new
He
info
has
to me.
been. Yeah, so they've been buddies since he was a little boy.
Aw.
So now Denji's employer is this like super sketchy old man, this guy right here, who I think he illegally has these like other devils killed. And then I don't know if he like collects their body parts or something, but it's all sketchy how he does it. And so he uses Denji. He take his Denji's dad had like a debt, and so he's still paying off his dad's debt years later, and he makes it impossible for Denji to pay off the debt, basically. One particular job is actually a trick by the zombie devil and the creepy old man. They're working together. And the guy, so this guy's dead because the zombie devil killed him. I think he's dead at least. That's what I thought. He seemed very dead to me. So the zombie devil wants to kill Denji because Denji's killing all the smaller devils. And so they die, and then Pochita sacrifices himself to save Denji by giving him his heart and making Denji the Chainsaw Man. And after killing the zombies, the devil hunting committee comes just a little too late. But better late
Yeah,
than never, right?
poor
Where
little
we are
doggy.
introduced to Makima. Wait, yeah, Makima. I usually get her name wrong, but Makima, who takes Denji in and gives him the option to work for her or die. And Denji happily takes the job.
Mhm.
We are later introduced to the season's other main characters. We have Aki and Power. Power is the blood devil. She's possessing a girl's corpse body, which I think is pretty gross. And she is
Oh, I thought she was just changed a little bit.
no. So she's the blood devil who is possessing a girl's body. Power is what they call a fiend. And I think fiends are devils that possess a human body.
Oh, okay. I just assumed she was like Denji, like
No.
a human girl with a weird personality.
It's a very weird personality, but not, it's just the body is the only thing that's human.
Oh, okay.
Although, like, if she gets shot at and stuff, she can recover when she drinks blood.
Okay. Yeah.
Aki is simply after revenge, on the Gun Devil after the Gun Devil killed his whole family. So his whole plot is revenge on the Gun Devil.
He looks like a turnip.
Oh, I guess so. She calls him like Top Knot. That's his nickname.
Aw.
Power gave him Top Knot. Right. So the first time I watched Chainsaw Man was right after I got really sick from the antibiotic.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so it was really hard for me to process the anime like I normally would. And we watched it in Japanese as well, which maybe that didn't help my brain. That was like already kind of foggy.
Mhm.
So I really liked it, but it just kind of felt very manly with crudeness and gore and violence.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really feel like watching it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I enjoyed it, but it didn't seem very deep at all to me while watching it the first time. But
Mhm.
to prepare for the movie, we rewatched the anime, and this time in English, because my husband said, well, let's do something different this time. So we did. It took a while to get used to it. I do enjoy the Japanese voices better for this anime. But I did get used to the English one. But this time around, I was more alert and watching, and I ended up liking it more than I thought I did. So the first time around, I just thought, like I said, the typical one-dimensional characters. Genji wants to touch boobs, and Aki wants revenge, and Powers chaos, which,
Mhm.
yes, all of the above is true. But rewatching Chainsaw Man, you kind of see there's more personality to Denji that I gave him credit for the first time around. Like he is more complex, where Denji's extremely infatuated with Makima, all women, really, but especially Makima. His goal is to hunt down the gun devil in exchange for a wish of his desire from Makima. And his wish being a nice long hug, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Not
And
surprised.
And so a part of Denji's character is that his life is just so awful that in the beginning, his only wish is for something simple. I mean, obviously, like to sleep with a girl, but it's also like just having toast with jam. Like he just wants something because like all they ever eat is like just bread, if that's what they can
Oh,
eat. So
yeah.
he thinks it's a luxury just having toast with jelly on it. After being rescued and taken in, and he's forced to live with Aki and Power, he surprisingly cherishes his new life, but he also adapts to it. So he still wants to touch a boob, but when he
Of course.
does, it's not what he expected, and he quickly feels unsatisfied when it's over, and he wants a kiss. And then when he gets it, it's super not great. And he actually ends up crying over the disappointment of losing his first kiss the way that he did. And
Oh, that's sad.
yeah, and so it was something I wasn't expecting while watching it because it was just he has these expectations of life and they fall flat as I think would happen for a normal person, if that makes sense. Whereas a lot of male-driven animes or TV shows, it's kind of like they do those things and there's no regret to them at all, if that makes
Right.
sense. Like you go on, you enjoyed it, and then you just want more.
Yeah.
One thing I kind of noticed, or actually my husband pointed it out, is that both of the openings, this opening and then the season one opening of Chainsaw Man, is that he has this wanting for a person so badly. Like the lyrics say it's always like wanting someone so bad, but it's always toxic and it's obsessive and unhealthy. And that's what the song kind of represents in a way. I just
Oh,
thought that was interesting. I liked it. It was like a
yeah.
bad love song on purpose.
Well, it seems to fit. Yeah.
And I ended up really liking this realistic and for Denji, this more complex character trait of chasing after the dream only to feel empty once it's achieved. And I was thinking we're going to see a lot more of that with Reze, which I'm sure will be his next spark of interest for Denji. One last thing I want to point out, though, is that the graphics and the artistic point of view in this anime, it's just phenomenal. Like I almost wanted to tell you to watch it just for the art of it. Like the coloring is really pretty. They have this timing and symbolism. I don't know if it's the artist, the manga artist, or if it's I think Mappa does the art. So I don't know who was in charge of it, but like the opening for season one, they took a bunch of old Hollywood movies and took pieces of that, and that's how they made the opening. It was just
Oh,
really
that's cool.
yeah, really clever and creative. So, getting into the movie bit of Chainsaw Man, the Reze Arc movie was artistically beautiful. The colors and the placement, like I said, the symbolism. There's a time where you see a spider and a moth, and then little by little, that moth is tangled in the spider web. I liked how that was done. I've been really liking how animes are doing movie arcs. So, like, I know you've seen Demon Slayer, those movies, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
those would be like, like in the manga, there's long sections. And so like the Mugen Train, that was the arc of the Mugen Train. And then I don't know what this last movie was. I know you saw it. I did not see that movie. So the arcs are just like the sections, like it could probably be multiple mangas that take up a story.
Yeah, to kind of like summarize it like theatrically.
Yeah, and so this one is Reze, which is about, I noticed right away,
She's
go,
cute.
well, she is cute, right? Her coloring and everything is so pretty. The green and the purple
Yeah.
hair, I like it.
Uh-huh.
But I noticed right away that it felt very movie-like. I don't really know how to describe it, but like when you're younger and like, or there's movies for the cartoons that you used to watch and it felt like a movie. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how to
Like
describe that feeling. It just felt very big and grand and a little more over the top than usual, if that makes sense.
okay, but they made it for theater, right?
Yes, there's like a
Okay.
different
No, that
vibe
makes sense.
to it.
That makes sense.
And overall, I mean, the story was really good. I enjoyed it. I'm not a manga reader, so I don't know how much this movie will impact the future. But from what I saw, it kind of seems like you could miss the movie and not miss anything for the next season, for season two.
Okay.
And if there's anyone that in the comments or whatever that wants to correct me, like you can go ahead and do that because I don't know. I just don't want to spoil anything. Do not spoil anything for me because I'm enjoying it. But nothing impactful happens in the movie that I believe will mess with the anime line. There's no secrets that are revealed or main character deaths that happen. But that being said, I enjoyed the movies and I enjoyed the characters.
I
I
see.
I did think the fight scenes after some time it went a little over the top. Like there's this moment where there's in this giant tornado and it's just absolutely destroying the city and it just became too much. And then on top of that, so there's like fight scenes and explosions and I kid you not, in the background you hear this sound effect like and you will hear like Looney Tunes sound effects of like boing, boing, boing. So that was like a little extra weird where I could not take some parts like seriously because of that.
I know.
But the thing that's interesting to me with Chainsaw Man is that on one hand, it's just complete chaos and it's explosions and it's blood and violence and occasional the dirty joke, boobs and stuff like that. It's like I said, it's just man to me at times. I don't know. On the other hand, there's something oddly complex and real underneath it all. Denji's life at times, it just absolutely sucks. He's working, his father's dead, like I said, and these bad things just keep happening to him. He finally catches a break, like something else happens, but he just keeps
Aw.
pushing on. He has this goal that he's trying to reach. It's the simple goal, but it keeps him motivated. And like he's promised Pochita, like one day I'm gonna touch that boob. He's promised his dog that he will achieve these dreams of it keeps him going, knowing that he's got his dog's heart inside of him and that he's made these promises to the dog that he's gonna live out his life.
I mean, it's kind of sweet.
It is. Underneath everything, he just wants someone to care for him. And I think that's was very touching. Like the first
Aw,
thing he says to Makima is that he just wants a hug, like a real hug. And he wants someone to genuinely care about him. So
that's
as
sad.
Denji wanting love, there was even a part where he was like, "Who wants to love me for me and not my chainsaw?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a really sad line."
It is very sad. So is he kind of like, he kind of gives me like wild boy vibes.
Yes,
Like,
he is a wild boy.
yeah, like, I don't know, like Donnie from the Wild Thornberries, but like more mature. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I
Just,
can see that
yeah,
though.
like, yeah.
I like that comparison. Well, like I said, it's kind of funny because like the second time getting into it, it did remind me of you. Where I was like, oh my gosh, this guy just needs a break. Poor guy. Like I think of you sometimes like just give her a break, Lord. He does cherish like the weird small things, like when he gets his little apartment that he has to share with Aki and Power. Like he likes to keep it clean because Power comes in and she's just a chaotic mess. Like she's a devil. She doesn't take care of herself. She stinks and she doesn't flush
Oh
the
no.
toilet. And he yells at her like,
Ew.
"You need to clean up after yourself." And so like he cherishes his home, which he was homeless before. He lived in that little shack. And so I thought that
Yeah.
was just a nice little character detail to him that he
Yeah.
wants to keep his new home life like clean and peaceful.
Oh, I like that. And
Yeah,
it's also sad at the same time.
yeah, like I said, it's just like I feel like a lot of thought went into each character and I didn't catch it the first time. I caught it the second time, but it was nice. So I was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is a real character." Obviously, like there's a lot more chaos to him being like part chainsaw and and all that, but
Yeah.
he's got these like human like traits too and he wants a heart and but there's a part where he worries like now that I'm part devil like do I still have a heart and he worries that with her and then she confirms that he does have a heart and stuff. It was a sweet moment. It's in the beginning
Aw.
so it's not like this big old spoiler or anything but I thought that was nice that he cared about the fact if he had a heart or not.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, and like the cleanliness thing kind of reminds me of Levi too. Not the personality, obviously, but coming from like poverty, it doesn't mean that you're a dirty person.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
it
Nice way to put
kind
that.
of makes you want to live in a clean space when you are raised in, when you're poor.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience, nobody come for me in the comments thinking I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. When
Yes.
you are raised really poor and, not a very clean home.
Hmm.
When you finally get out and can establish yourself outside of it, you want it to be nice. You want it to be clean. You want it because it's kind of like when you're in that place as a kid, you don't really have like these big life dreams or these super, super big ambitions or life goals or career. Your thought process is when you're an adult, you get to create your home environment. You want a nice home. You dream of a peaceful home. And it kind of like when you're explaining it to me, it kind of sounds like that they were incorporating that with his
Yeah.
personality a little bit, like showing it instead of saying it, which I appreciate.
Yeah, as pervy as it can be at times, like there's this genuine person underneath everything that just wants comfort, and it's actually important to him.
Mm,
And I've heard a lot of hate for this character. I've heard a lot of hate for Makima, at least on my algorithm. But I personally, as of now, really like her. I get the feeling she's going to be evil and that she's not good. But I liked her. She's scary and she's dangerous, but she's mysterious. And just something about her. I think the show just gives you enough to want to know. Like she just has this nice, dangerous feel to her, but she can be really kind to him. But you get like she wants something from him, but
right.
she's
Oh,
also very
I have a
pretty.
I have a hard time telling her apart from Power, the other girl. They look like the same person.
They
So,
do. Until you watch it, then you see the differences because she's got like the darker pink, and then Power has like the lighter pink hair. I guess
okay.
after watching it, you can tell them apart. But I know they have like pink hair and gold eyes. So I totally see the mix up for them.
Yeah, I thought that was Power until you said the other name. I was like, huh? Okay.
But I just find her character so interesting. The second time watching of the first season made me really like this anime and the characters. I don't know, it gave me more deep thought than I originally thought it did.
I see.
I couldn't help but like compare it to Jujutsu Kaisen a lot, and I think it's just because they are similar in they're not similar, but they are, and I don't know how to explain it. I think it's the same explosions, fast paced, the little trio between the characters and everything, the two boys and the one girl. Different from Naruto in the sense that that one's
Maybe because of, like you said, the trio.
yeah, and I think they're hunting monsters. Like their goal is to hunt monsters. In the end, they're just given different names. One's demons and then one's devils. But they work
Yeah, that makes sense.
for yeah, they work for a system that specifically hunts those. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you feel about Jujutsu Kaisen. I personally couldn't get into it. So my brain just kept comparing as to why I ended up liking Chainsaw Man more. And I think it's just again what I didn't catch the first time around. And what I've also realized with there's an author named Brandon Sanderson. He's Mormon, by the way.
Oh no.
I the first two books of this one, the Stormlight series, I think are really good. It kind of falls flat after that, in my opinion. But one thing he kind of says in this one interview is that with stories, you kind of have to give a promise. And I always think about that when it comes to story writing. I realize with Chainsaw Man versus like Jiu-Jitsu, there's only one goal with Jiu-Jitsu, and that's that that guy has to eat fingers, as far as I know as of now from the first season. But with Chainsaw Man, the opening scene is like this door that Denji can't go through, and or he wants to open it, and then Pochita tells him he's not allowed to open it. So there's a promise of one day we're going to know what's behind this door. There's that mystery of what's beyond the door. There's something there. And then I think that's something that a lot of has shonen the right word? A lot of shonen these days aren't giving. It's just a lot of fighting and really cool scenes, but the story is where it's kind of lacking. And I originally thought Chainsaw Man kind of had that until watching it again. And I'm like, oh, there's a lot of complexity mixed with all of this chaos as well.
That makes sense. Yeah. Were his teeth always pointy, or was it after he fused with the little
No, his
chainsaw
teeth have
doggy?
always been pointy.
Really?
I mean,
Like, oh,
so
a wild boy.
I have a theory. I do not know. I have a theory because like in the first episode, he says something about like his mom dying of some kind of sickness that made her cough up blood. And my theory is
Oh.
that his mom was like some kind of demon or a fiend or whatever, like power. So
Hmm.
I think he's part something already before he fused with the dog.
That's what it sounds like to me because if
Hmm.
his teeth were already pointy, and then you said the dog gave him his heart.
Yeah, it was like they fused. It looks kind of weird. So the dog is in
Oh,
there.
maybe like he didn't have a heart until the dog fused with him or something. Who knows? I don't know. I've never
Yeah,
seen
I'm
it,
not
so.
sure, but I think he was already something. Like there's something mysterious about his parents as it is. So
Right.
yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about was this anime. I think it was actually pretty good.
Okay.
So will you ever give Chainsaw Man a try?
I might.
Really?
Emphasis on might.
I was actually
I think
expecting
it's,
a straight up no.
oh, really?
Yeah, I wasn't
Well, I
expecting you
mean,
to say mine either.
well, I've considered watching it like previously for just for the dog because he was like really cute, but it's more of just I think I had mentioned this to you before where after Attack on Titan, after that it was so good and everything, but it was depressing. So I thought I
Right.
want to give those kinds of animes a break where going into it you just know you look at everybody and you're like everybody's gonna die. And I'm not for that right now. I'm too sad. I'm too
I
already depressed. I don't
agree.
want more.
I
But
understand.
like but I want to because the story seems interesting. It's just more of like, I don't know, like that was rough for me. Attack on Titan, I loved it, but it was that was good for me. Like I'm good for a while.
Yes, I totally understand. You need more happiness.
Yeah.
Sugar Plum
Well, because
Fairy type animes.
I do.
I know I said in the last episode that I was going to do the Silver Elite book next, but I kind of got distracted and I read a different book, and now I really want to do that next book. It's a book I think you'll like, Pixie. It's a girl with
I'm
pink
excited.
hair,
Ah,
and
pink
she
hair.
likes magical stuff and believes in magic and love at first sight and fairy tales.
I love all those things.
Yes, I think you'll like this story. I think this will be a positive story to tell.
I'm excited.
Okay, I've already started drawing it. I was like halfway through the other book, like drawing it out and writing out the script and everything. And then I read that one and I was like, I don't know, the ADD kicked in.
That's okay. Let yourself go where the ADD takes you.
They rant and